going to bring you this lovely little Santa surprise. I'm calling it Santa surprise because you can see a Santa there, but when you open the box, not only do you have a Santa, but you have a double-decker at the back of Santa. That's why I'm calling it Santa surprise. Okay, so we're going to make this little box, but I'm going to show you I also, these are going to be gifts, so I'm popping that in my little box. And also I made a tanagram, I think they're called, with card, and made the pictures to go in it, and took these photographs with my phone so that they can make those with them. And these are great gifts for children. And I've put a wax crayon in because I've also made some little I don't know what you call them, crosswords that you make to cross off your boat, etc. So I made those on Excel. So that's a nice little gift for Christmas. Okay, and it fits nicely into the bag. So this is a bag that Sam Hammond has made, and I just thought this was the perfect size to fit those in. And then we can close it up, and I have got bulldog clip here, little mini ones. These are from B&M. You can get £1.20 for a jar of them. So I'm going to put that on the top, and then I'm going to tie the bow on there like I've done with this one. So we're going to fill this one up. Okay, so we're going to make the box. So let me start to move things out of my way so that we can start to make the box. Right, so I've got a piece that measures 5 by 5 3/4. So it's 5 by 5 3/4. And on the 5-inch side, so we're just going to put that in at 5-inch side, and we're going to get my cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to score at 1 1/8. So that is 1 1/8. Then 2 1/4. So that's 2 1/4. 3 3/8. So that's 3 3/8. And then 4 1/2. So that's 4 1/2. Then we're going to turn it on the 5 3/4 side, and we're going to score that at 1/2 inch. So we'll score that at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to spin, I'm going to spin that round the 1/2 inch side, and then I'm going to score that at 1 5/8. So I'm going to score that at 1 5/8. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate that 100. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just going to push it along and then score the bottom at 1 1/8. Okay, so we should have got something like that. Can you see? Like that. Right, so face the narrow side towards you, and we're just going to wedge just to that score line. So we're going to wedge to that score line, and then I'm going to cut these two off. So we're going to cut those two off like that. So that's down to the score line. Then I'm going to come up to the bottom, and I'm going to cut that off to the score line. So that's what we're left with. So here's your two sections at the top, and this is the one section at the bottom. And I'm just going to cut up each of my score lines So I'm going to cut up those score lines. And before I go any further, I'm going to just burnish now. So I'm going to bring these to burnish all those. So this is quite a fairly quick project. And because I'm working out, that's going to be at the back. So that there is at the back. So I'm folding that one down. So this front here, I'm just going to mark with a cross. So it's the, if you look, the tabs on your left hand side and it's your second one in from the right. Okay. And what we're going to now do is cut down to that second score line. So I'm going to cut down to that second score line there. And I'm going to keep looking at what I want. Yes, so that one now, I'm going to fold up out of my way. And I'm going to cut this one about less than halfway. So I'm going to cut that less than halfway. I'm going to come down this score line and I'm going to cut less than halfway, and I'm just going to just make sure I've got that, yeah, and I'm just going to notch these two. So I'm going to notch that, okay, and then this one here, so this is right by your tab, I don't want that one, so I'm going to cut that all the way off. Okay, so I've just cut that one out. Now the bottom ones, I'm just going to go back to fixing my box round. So look where the back is, so that's the front. Now I'm going to leave that one, so I'm going to pop that one up that's got the cross on, but all the rest I'm just going to take a notch off. So I'm going to take a notch off there, a notch off there, a notch off there, a notch off there, and just one more to go. So I'm just going to take a notch off there, a notch off there. So we've got those. Okay, now where we put the cross, oh, before we go any further, so this one here we're going to put in the corner rounder. So I'm just going to lift my tabs out of the way and I'm going to put in my corner rounder. Make sure it goes all the way into the back of your corner rounder, and I'm just going to round those corners. So I've rounded those corners, so that's what we look like so far. So if you just want to take, I'll just leave it there a second or two if you just want to take a screenshot. So I'll give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So the cross, now I'm going to stick a piece of DSP on. So my DSP measures 2 7/8 by 1 inch, and we're just going to stick that on top with equal increments around the onto where our cross was. Okay, so just make sure you've got your equal increments all the way around. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that's nice and firm. And then I've got the smallest out of our oval, and I think they were called shape dies. We don't do them anymore, but any sort of oval die that you've got that will fit within that parameter will be absolutely fine. Now I'm not putting this equal top and bottom. I'm doing it more towards the top. Okay. And I'm just going to pop this in and run it through. So let me get that back there, and we're going to just run that through. Okay. Okay, so we've run that through. You can save that oval to do something else with if you want. and then we can bring it back, and these measure the same. They are 1 inch by 2 7/8. Sorry about that, I'm back, so just make sure that that's equal increments there. Then we want another one that's 2 7/8 by 1 inch. And just put equal increments on there. And then the last one, that is 2 7/8 by 1 inch. There we go. And then all we're going to do is put our glue on our tab. We're going to bend that round and then bring your box over and just give it a good press down. Okay, and then we're looking, so that one's going to be the last one because that we're going to take that over. So I'm going to push either side down, so I'm going to put a bit of glue as we go in, and then the next one down, a bit more glue, then bring the one forward, and then we're going to take the final one and that will go over the top, and then just put your bone folder in and just, let's do it that way to make sure that that's firm there. Okay, now I use colol glue, whatever it's called, which is an alcohol kind of glue. So I am going to put the things in the box, but I'm going to take them out again later. So the Santas, you actually get 5 of these Santas in a row. So I just take my Santa out and then just face my Santa the right way, and sorry, and I'm going to just push the double decker now at the back of it. So that will just bring our Santa to just face the hole. I've not let my glue dry enough. There we go. And then all got to do is close the box. There we go. And I've got a piece for the top, so our Santa sits nicely there when you've arranged it properly. And then we're just going to, this is 1/8 by 1 inch by 1 inch. So we're just gonna, which way is Santa facing? I'll do him so his tree's the right way around. So that's 1 inch by 1 inch for the top. There we go. So that's our Santa. And then in this box, you'll find these over on my Tubu Bringing Crafting to You Facebook page, business page. I made some fuzzy felts that I cut out with several of the dies I've got, and I made little pictures which you'll see, and I made this tiny felt board to display them on. And so that's going going to be a present. Okay, so that's something I've got in there. And then I've just made the box, the bag, sorry, and the Santa will just nicely fit in the top. And we squash the two sides, pinch those in. As I say, you'll find this on Sam Hammond, and just going to bring that. I've done it the wrong way. It wants going that way. There we go. So pinch that together a bit better. Pinch that together, and then I've already tied my bow. Got a bulldog clip. You saw these because I showed you what I'd been making, and this is why I just love Stampin' Up. Look at his beard. It exactly matches the colour of the foxes. The trees match with the back because that's shaded spruce. I think that is it's either pumpkin pie or it's let me have a look. I've got the DSP here. If I've got the right one, it will tell me the colours in it. Calypso coral, sorry, that's calypso coral. The bear's calypso coral and your fox's calypso coral. So it's lovely to be able to have everything matching, and I just think that's a really nice gift to give to children. So nice little presentation bag. So I've got that one, and I've just got to tie the bow on this. So all I did for tying the bow is I just threaded it from through. I looped it in my bulldog clip. That's it. And then just tied a knot, and then just made my bow. And this is a creamy coloured ribbon, so it goes nice with this paper that I've got, because again it's like a very vanilla. So I'll just cut my ends off. There we go. And you've got two little nice treat boxes. I have made this bag in taller versions, so this is my my take on what Sam's done. So Sam showed the little boxes. I just used a 12 by 12 sheet instead of using the 8 by 12, and it gave me a longer box, because what I've got in the box, bag should I say, is I've done again a tamaran, and this time I've done a A4 sheet full of the actual tamagram. And how I've done this is I cut several of these, so I got the different colours, and I used one with the Stampin' Up. You get a piece of card in the back of your DSP, and all I did was use this as my background and just made the shapes. You can find loads of these on the internet, so so just made those, and I found the tanagram, whatever they're called, how to make one. So these were in clearance. They're no longer in clearance now, because that was earlier on in the year, and you have seen that I've made those, so you know that they're full of sweets. So I think it's just a really nice present. So you've got some chocolates, and slide that back in, and then I've got the little tamagram in there, and so that just fits nicely in there. That folds over, and just put the bulldog clip back. Oops, it is it. Put the bulldog clip back, and then just pop that down. There we go. And there you've got a lovely Christmas present. So I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed making those. These bags are super quick and easy to make. I've made, I think, 6 now, plus making the little Santas, because I've made 3 of those as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe, press, and also give me a thumbs up if you liked that. Please subscribe, because then you won't miss any of my notifications that I've done a new video, because I don't do them at certain times. I randomly do them. Sometimes I do a lot in a row. Sometimes I do one a week. Depends on what I'm making and whether it's I'm going to film it or not. So as I say, thank you very much for popping by. I do appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well. God bless. Bye for now.